Welcome, everybody, to Quick Fix Golf. It's Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. What that means that you're going to get together with all your buddies and enjoy listening to all kinds of great information that's going to help your golf game, help you play better golf, help you have more fun at golf. And we have a very special guest tonight, which is Terry Hashimoto, which we'll tell you more about in about a minute. But first off, Darren, tell them what we want them to do.
Well, what we need you to do is get out your cell phone and take a video of your golf swing and send it to us at quick service at quickfixgolf.com. We'll give you an evaluation absolutely free, not a penny out of your pocket. We want you to play better golf now. You owe it to yourself. So get that cell phone out and send us a video of your swing, and we'll send you back some drills to work on.
Can you send that girl with the legs?
That joke is old.
It's a new show. We help golfers improve the enjoyment of the golf game, right from the comfort, convenience, and safety of their own home. That's what we do. And what you're going to learn tonight is a hell of a lot. How today's technology can provide facts to what you're feeling in the golf swing. So stick around for the entire show because you're going to like this. And our special guest tonight, Terry Hashimoto-san.
So this guy, mon ami.
Hashimoto, you hit the ball very far.
Come on, baby. It's your man. You know, we go long, we hit the ball hard, and we fucky really goody.
It's just a pleasure to have you on. It was great talking about old Miami and everything. But Darren, why don't you go ahead and ask the questions?
Yeah, so Terry, tell us a little bit about what BodiTrak is and how did it come about?
Okay, well, I got out of I used to own a company called Jazz Golf, took it public in 2000. At the same time, we had built a very large practice center, 180-degree driving range, all this stuff. And I got into the golf technology business. We developed inertial measuring units. It became Sky Pro, the little clip that goes on the shaft of a club, measures the angular velocity, swing path, and all that stuff.
Oh, you did that with Sky Pro.
Yeah, yeah.
It was Sky Pro. It's a great little tool.
Yeah, I unfortunately I didn't profit from it. I had two young partners, and they wanted to go on their own, and I let them. But I wanted to take that IMU, and we wanted to do concussions assessments for online neurological assessments. And, we try to do that. But in my research for the material to put into the helmet, we found that there was this pressure fabric out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, which is where I'm from originally. And I approached them, and they said, "We know you're in the golf gig. Do you think you can use this for golf?" And in and around 9 years ago, we started building it. In about 6 months, we had put it together. And I asked Dr. Sasha McKenzie from St. Vax University in Antigonish, Nova Scotia, to test the pressure mat out and see if it's compared to force plates. He said it was good to go. And then that was it. That was how we began.
Darren, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. And what exactly is the BodiTrak, Terry? What is it measuring?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
It's a pressure mat, much like a force plate, except that it's a sensor fabric. The fabric's actually made in North Carolina. And then what we measure is the body moving in X, Y, and Z. So we measure side to side, heel to toe, toe to heel, and up and down. And the little white dot, when you stand on the mat, that we call that the center of pressure. And when you move, it creates a signal, like a little tail as you move. And that pattern becomes your trace. And it took us about 2 years. I spent 2 years on the tour traveling with all the great instructors. They gave me access to their players, and then some of the great coaches. The more we talked to pros, the more they gave me opportunities to start working with their elite players. And we found some very
we need to have you mute your mic because it's getting feedback.
I'm?
Paul. Paul. Okay, you got it. Okay, I'm sorry, Trey. Go ahead.
No, it's good. So we measure pressure moving in 3 directions, side to side, toe to heel to toe, and up and down. So we measure the forces between your feet create a pattern, a trace, and based on that trace, we can help you figure out how to improve your game really quickly.
Awesome.
Now,
Awesome.
were you the one that invented this, or I've met I don't know if you know Jennifer Monroe, but she took me to meet this doctor, and he had a thing just like this, but it was a big machine. It was you had to stand on it, and he wanted $8,500 for it. I said, you got a better chance of getting shot by lightning at a subway.
But when we started, there was really only one other person. There was Swing Catalyst, and we're an actual OEM. We're kind of like True Temper. We make shafts, and that's what we did. But we make pressure mats instead of shafts. So we actually approached Swing Catalyst and asked them if they would like to be if they would like us to be their portable solution. And initially they said yes. So initially Swing Catalyst was our partner, but back then pressure mapping for golf was still fairly fresh. Like it was out there, but no one really knew anything about it. They didn't understand the traces, and a lot of people still today don't. But I think the biggest thing we can take credit for is we made it portable, affordable, and we made it really, I think, relatively easy to understand. And we have about 7,500 customers worldwide, about almost 6,000 in the U.S. And we started it right in your backyard. We started it from basically from Philadelphia all the way down to Florida. That's where we started, in the Northeast and the Southeast. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
But weight is not the same thing as pressure, and that's a real struggle for some people to understand. But that's not a bad way of doing it in the old days. What was cool though about the way that you've got that set up is that you've got 55% of your weight on your right foot or your trail side. The modern golfer today, all of them, 100% of them set up 55-60 on the lead side.
And then where do they go from there?
Okay, so the first key pressure point is the address position, 55-60, 55-60 on the lead side. That just gives you more room to get pressure to the trail side, so you're buying time. And then that looks like James Hahn to me there.
Yeah, and this might be a better way to explain this, because this way maybe everybody understand, because they can see it in the swing.
But before Terry, you get into this, if you could just go into depth a little bit about the difference between pressure and weight, because that can definitely be a little confusing in there.
Well, if it's okay, what I want to do is give you the definition of center of pressure. So when you stand on the pressure mat, it creates a force generated by gravity, and we take the average of the forces between your feet. It's really that simple, and you can equate it to weight. It might be easier for people to understand it. The reason we use center of pressure is because center of pressure is fairly sensitive, so it makes a lot of signals, creates a lot of signals. And as you can see, James Hahn, he's a fairly lateral player, but he sets up 55-60. James is a good guy. We did a lot of work with him, actually. Now, the center of mass, which is a little area just above your